heard someone say once that if we're all made in the image of God and we only know people who are like ourselves, then we're missing out on part of who God is.
Diversity is a very important part of the church, and I feel like it's something that the church can easily ignore. And said that Sunday is the most segregated day of the week or whatever.
I think it's a reality. I think that our society creates a reality of race, and that is something that is still being perpetuated in our culture, in our society.
Racism, I would say, is a very difficult thing to define. It depends a lot on the context.
I didn't know anything about race until I came to the States, which was about 5 years ago. And race has been a big issue, for me at least.
I think it is imperative that Christians discuss race.
I think a lot of us avoid it because it's uncomfortable and we don't think we're racist, but I really would encourage all of us to just consider the thoughts and preconceptions we have on people based on their race and their cultural upbringing.
I would never make a decision, a hiring decision or a college admissions decision based on race. I do think that happens from time to time, so I think that that's also a problem that should be addressed. I don't know how we can do it, how we can address it, but it is a problem that exists, that I've come to realize exists by hearing about it from people that I trust.
Because as Christians we're called to reconciliation, racial reconciliation being one of those types, and just believing that God created each of us as individuals in His image, and that we are all seen as equal and as equally important in His eyes and equally loved. There's just no excuse to me for there being racism or racial hatred or discrimination or prejudice or even really stereotypes in the Christian community.
I think there's this common misconception that if we ignore the race issue, everyone's going to be happy and united. That's not the case, the fact.
I think race affects life at Wheaton because it affects society in general. I mean, if you look at statistics about the inequalities, because I think true reconciliation, not just racial, but any kind of reconciliation, only comes through Christ and through the Holy Spirit. And so, I pray that Christians would be on top of that.